All right, Sarah. I got Greg and you guys all set for a fantastic bundle that I think you guys are really love. It's going to benefit your guys' lifestyle from everything from work to working out or just simply being at home and relaxing. I think you're going to absolutely love it.
Right.
Before we continue, I just want to say thanks again for coming over from Sprint. I know they're a constant headache for you. Well, no more headaches going forward. So what I did for you is, first off, let's talk about that plan a little bit more. We're going to stick with the T-Mobile One plan, which is all we offer now, which makes it simple. And what's awesome about it, it's only going to be $120 a month for both Greg and you guys to have unlimited calling, texting, but most importantly, it's going to be unlimited data at the high 4G LTE speed. So very big difference there. Spend a little less than Sprint and getting you faster service, which is great. From there, from the phone standpoint, I decided to set Greg and you guys up with the exact same phone. Both can get the iPhone 7 Plus at 128 gigabytes. Multiple reasons why we did that. The first one is, since it's the same phone, you and your husband will be able to work together to give each other tips or help troubleshoot any questions you may have that I'm not available at the moment to help you with. But not only that, the reason why we did the plus size is you talked about earlier, how sometimes you have some sight issues and have to squint at your phone. We want to get rid of that so you can see your phone nice and big. I'll make sure up the font size before you leave so you can see it even better. And then last, we got the gigabytes 128 versus the standard 32. That way you can have all the music that you love, and then on top of that, download those really cool apps like Snapchat, Facebook, all the ones that you're telling me about how much you love. You're gonna have plenty of space, plus room to grow though. That's important because who knows what's next, and you're gonna need room for whatever it is next that you might download. From there, we are gonna set you up with the Jump program that we talked about. That's gonna be $12 a month per phone. What's really great about that is, we talked about how you're sometimes a little clumsy, just like me. I'm a classic case of those accidental mistakes and breaking or dropping things. So what's great about Jump, like we talked about, is that's going to include the insurance. That way, if you ever do have one of those accidental mishaps, we'll be able to get you swapped out right away. Just come into the store, come see me, and I'll get you taken care of. But it's not just that. What's really great about it as well is, since you're busy with your job and you kind of work in the technology field, most people like that want to have the latest and greatest. So on top of protecting your phone, if you ever want to upgrade at any point in time, whether it's tomorrow, you name it, as long as you pay off 50% of that phone, you can come see me again. We'll get you another phone set up great for you. So I'm guessing that sounds pretty great, right? So we'll do that. However, though, we're not going to stop there because obviously that insurance does have a deductible, which we talked about. So to avoid having to go there, we're going to do a first line defense, and what we're going to set you up with a really great case that's going to match your personality, but more importantly, protect your phone. And we're also going to throw in a screen protector for both you and Greg. So that way you're covered there, so you don't have to use that insurance if you don't absolutely have to, right? So obviously, no brainer there. We'll get that set for you. I'll install it for you, no problem. All right. And then earlier, we also had a conversation that not only are you busy on the go 24/7, when you're driving, you're still not hands-free. So that's something I definitely want to solve today, especially since sometimes your job takes you out to California. For example, they just started a new state law where you have to be hands-free. So I don't want you to get any kind of ticket while you're driving through California. More importantly, I don't want to put your life or anybody's life at risk of driving and texting or being distracted while driving. So what I got for you is I got Bluetooth headsets for both you and your husband. And then on top of that, we also even got a docking station. That way, if you're using GPS or anything, it's going to be nice and clear right in front of the road so you can see where you're going and not get distracted. Because that's critical. Too many people lose their lives from distracted driving. So let's help prevent that the best that we can, right? From there, the other thing that we talked about, like you said earlier, you're very busy. And because of that, you're using your phone constantly, which tends to lead to a faster reduction in your battery. So we did two things. The obvious one is for when you're in the car, got you a car charger. That's pretty clear. I know you wanted that from the beginning. But the other thing that you probably weren't aware of is I want to get you set up with a Mophie portable battery. What that Mophie portable battery is going to do for you is, when you're at the airport in Atlanta, which you're talking about, how the docking stations there are always full and you had to throw an elbow or fist in order to get in there to charge your phone. What we're going to do for you is you're going to set that Mophie portable charger. And that way you can sit back, relax, sit at your gate, and charge your phone right there and not have to worry about it. That's definitely going to be a very big thing. So that's great. I'm sure you're on board there, no problem. So we do have a couple of other things. The other small little thing is I heard earlier you briefly mention that you love music, absolutely love it, but the majority of the time you're going to be listening to it either from your laptop. Otherwise, when you work out, you use headphones, but those dang headphones get tangled up and annoying. I know, I hate that. So what I got you set up for is I got you and your husband, because we don't want anybody special, even though I'm sure you are more special. But we got both of you guys set up with a JBL Charge 3 Bluetooth speaker. I'll make sure to teach you how to use that before you go, but that way you can then listen to your music louder, cleaner, much more enjoyable. It's just going to deliver a better experience overall. So that's definitely great. But not just that, you talked about your headphones. So what I also got for you are both a set of wireless Bluetooth headphones, the LG Sync. We're going to throw those in there as well. That way you don't have to worry about your dang headphones getting tangled up, which I don't like and I know you hate. So let's get rid of that. And then last but not least, there's two things that are going to be a benefit of what I'm about to talk to you about next. So first off, you talked about earlier how you're always trying to squint. You're always on the road doing business. All right, so when you're on the road using that small phone and squinting out for business is very complicated and annoying. And it could even be so sometimes, if you're typing emails or something on your phone. Some people like a bigger screen. So what we did for is I'm going to get you set up with an awesome iPad Pro, I apologize. iPad Pro, the 9.7 inch, which is great because it's going to operate just like your phone, and plus they can do a lot of great things together. They can connect, share photos, you name it. I'll teach you all about it later, but that iPad is going to prevent squinting, anything like that. But there's another major pro that we also talked about as well. Was earlier you were talking about for business you're using your hotspot all the time. But unfortunately, the hotspot has been draining your phone battery more than it normally should. So what we got for you is those tablets will also work as a mobile hotspot as well. That way you don't have to touch your phone battery at all, and you can just use your dang tablet for your Wi-Fi. Right? So that tablet, all we're going to ask for is just going to be the taxes up today. The rest is going to go on your monthly bill. And then on top of that, your monthly bill is going to increase by a total of $40 for both yours and Greg's iPad combined. To allow you to access that anywhere that you get a T-Mobile signal. So that just basically is like another line in a way. That way you get really more mobile on the go. So I'm guessing that sounds great. And, like we said, it's just going to make your lifestyle a heck of a lot easier. You're not going to stress about your phone dying. You're not going to have to throw an elbow to get to a charging station, which I hope to obviously avoid. But more importantly, I think you guys are just going to be a lot more happy. And lastly, you're not going to have those headaches that were being caused, that Sprint was causing for you. We're going to eliminate that, just much more stress-free, because jobs and life is stressful enough as is. So if you're okay, I want to get this all rang up. That way you can get home and start enjoying all of your new technology and be on to a happier lifestyle. What do you say, Sarah? Great.